Well, welcome on back to Hucker's Hideout for another video on the pre-alpha build of Anvil Empires. And as you can see, we're a little bloody. We've been out and about. We've been in the action, doing some stuff, collecting our daily allotments of silver. Getting gear, upgrading, and when you want to log out for the night, you may want to have somewhere to store your stuff. And you might not have a house like some of these other people around. You may be a solo, just trying to keep it low key. And something you can do is just come to the main town center. You can select the town center here and you will see a nice little UI pop up. These are all public items. And so if you wanted to submit some items to the public, you can. You can increase, if we want to put some berries in there, we can add in some berries. But let's say we wanted to kind of store up our own gear. What we can do is go to this View Private Storage tab, and you can see it will be grayed out or blacked out. And to activate this storage, you can rent it. And you'll see here that it costs 10 silver. And when you rent the storage, you will get 2 days of time allotted to you. And then you can place any type of item you want in there, basically, including vehicles, weapons, armor, all that kind of stuff. Stuff you cannot place in there is public items. So let's say we had a item we had from public for some reason. You can tell it's a public item by that icon, compared to this one. And you'll see when you try to store public, it won't allow you. You can only put public items back on in. And that kind of works for all the different types. Another thing you'll run into is the fact that you cannot submit like a damaged weapon into the structure. You'll see that only items with full durability can be submitted into the public storage. But if you're in your private storage, you can see the durability is down. You can submit it. And so you can submit partially damaged stuff into your own storage. If they're a stackable item, it'll kind of stack the durability and like average it out basically. That's one way to go about it. And there's another tab here you'll see that's View Family Storage. And so there is a totally another storage option if you have a large family or house. That's what they're called now. And you can see here we're Huckites. We're our own house with no one with us. So it's not the biggest deal that we have house storage, but you could see to rent it, it costs 15 silver and nothing too bad at all compared to the 10 that it costs for this one. And if you wish to extend this time, 2 days isn't enough for either one of these. You can simply press this one, extend the time by 5 or by a day for 5 silver. You'll see 2 days now, 23 hours. If we want to extend this one, 2 days, 23 hours. And you will notice too that the house storage or family storage has more, kind of spots for things, a little bit larger than your private one, and that's why it costs a little bit more. But yeah, don't feel like you can't rent both as a solo. Just make yourself a house, and you can rent it on up. But yeah, this is a good way to make sure that you save your silver, for the next day. Make sure you save your gear, any upgrades you made. You can't save, the public items, but that makes sense. That's for the public good. And so, yeah, we'll put this sword back in the public once we get it all repaired up. But I just kind of wanted to show you how to utilize the different storage options. And the final thing I wanted to talk about with storages is if we look in the storage that we have a fair amount of items in, you can see that they do stack to larger stacks than what stacks in your normal kind of area. You see that we have, giant numbers of things in here. I haven't found a top limit to them yet, but I bet someone has if there are. You could also see in here that there are horses. You can store horses and donkeys. The donkey has a really cool icon. I don't have one right now, but that is an option. You can store different types of vehicles. You can see we have a hand cart. You can also store the different horse cart options that there are. And when you pull it out, you can just simply right click and it will appear wherever you are, as long as there is space. If we submit this cart again and try to, do it right here, potentially, it's not going to allow us. Let's see. We'll try to pull it out. Oh, and let it see. It works pretty well. They find the zone, even in tight little areas. But yeah, if you have a cart and want to submit it, you may have seen me go through it really quick. You can click this button right here, and this is Submit Vehicle. Submit your vehicle, and it's pretty good. You just need to have nothing in your inventory. If your inventory is full like that, inventory must be empty, and so you can simply clear it out, submit it, and be off on your way. If you want, to see a horse as well, you can pull out the horse. You can see that this horse had lower kind of health than the other horses. That's representative of the health bar. You can see the little bar right here. It's a little bit different than kind of this bar, but I don't know. They're kind of similar, right? This is kind of the health of the meat, and so kind of the health of the sword, right? the durability of this, and so it's not based on the hunger bar. It's based on the overall health bar, and your horse will not starve while in storage, and so that's kind of a good way to save on your equine feed if you want to go that way, and hand carts and things like that will not lose durability either. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of highlight those last little things, a little bit more advanced little storage options. But yeah, those are some basic little storage items or places you can have inside the different town centers. And yeah, you can see that these storages are not linked from the different town centers. They're all kind of local. And so if you want stuff from your one keep, you got to go there and bring it to the other one. So it kind of prevents people from fast traveling around with all their stuff. You gotta actually transport, which is really fun. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this little look at that. If you did, leave me a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how I did. We'll see you all next time, the next great video. Have a good day.